welcome to today's class. Rules governing pattern drafting. Rules governing pattern drafting. Are you sure the volume is okay? I was told that when you want to do video, you should use lower established, use earphone so that it will be like the sound audible. I don't know. I'm just today is our trial. Let's just use the good experiment. Never can tell. Okay, like I was saying, for your flat pattern comes in twos and even numbers. But then when your client or your model comes, they are not always even numbers when you measure them. They are both even and odd numbers. So, are you sure that's in this video? So, now let's start with the laws governing even numbers and the laws governing, and again what you have to know is that the laws governing dresses with sleeves are different from the laws governing sleeveless dresses. You understand? Don't get it twisted. It's complicated, yes, but then it's very simple at the same time. The laws governing dresses.
So which one are we going for first? The even numbers?
The even numbers for dresses. You understand? So now you want to make a dress that has sleeves, and the person you're making for is an even numbered person. When I say even numbers, I mean when you measure the person, you get numbers that can be divided by 2. You have a bust like bust 40, waist 36, hip 42, stuff like that. Now, for you to make such outfits, for the bust, use exact bust size. That's number one.
If you're talking with sleeves.
With sleeves, yes. Use exact bust size. That's for even numbers. Use exact bust size. And then for the hip, now the hip is even numbers, use next smaller size plus 1. Now let's illustrate it. Next smaller size plus 1 means, for example, now your hip is. Can you get me that book, the one at the lower part? Let me write something while I'm talking. No, not the invoice, the book, the header book on top. And maybe on that pattern, I wrote some things to die. If you look at the lower, okay, let me write it on this page. That's my Java market tomorrow. Okay, now let's assume we have bust 36 and hip 40. Now I'm saying use for bust. Look for your flat pattern size. Use bust 36 for front and back. Do you understand? Yeah. 36. Now I'm saying for hip, use next smaller size plus 1. And if you have hip 40, what is the our next smaller size? 38. How did you get it? Just minus 2. Since we say our flat pattern comes in 2, so just minus 2. And then one other thing you have to know, very, very important. Your front pattern is bigger than the back by 2. Your front pattern, general now, your front pattern is bigger than the back by 2. You get to understand that as you progress. Now back to the hip calculation. I said hip is next smaller size plus 4. Next smaller size now is 38 plus 1. That is for the back. Sorry, that's for the front. My F here signifies front. Why now for the back, use just 38 for the back. And I love to see your calculations all the time. How do you calculate this? Remember one maths I told you that whenever you add 1 in pattern drafting, you've added 4.
Yeah.
Whenever you add quarter, you've added 1. Whenever you add half, you've added 2. That is the 4 different parts that make up the body. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 in front, 1 at the back. That's the 4 parts. So now, if I'm saying I've added 1 to my 38, it means I've added 4. You understand? It
1
means
over
I've
4.
No. If I'm adding 1 here, look at your maths, come to that page. If I'm adding 1,
Okay,
means
you've
I've
added
added
4.
4.
Yeah.
you remember? So now it's going to be 38 plus 4, that's for front, and 38 at the back. Because I didn't add anything at the back.
So why are we only adding to the front?
That's the law. I told you now that the front is bigger than the back.
Bigger than always bigger.
Yes. So I'm trying to bring that law to life now.
Okay.
Thanks, dear. Now, 38 plus 4, you get 42, isn't it?
Yeah.
And 38. Add together, you get what? 80. Now divide by 2. We have our size. So by the time you do this with your pattern, the person of hip 40 is able to wear this dress. Do you understand the calculation? This is what I need board for. You understand? Oh, I'll get it. Once we go to Yaba tomorrow, remind me I send board. Yes, Yaba, thank you, sure. Yeah, our Friday still remains, Abi.
My God is
Put them in there.
yeah.
Let's try. Thank you, I call for the same. You understand? Now, there's one other, how do I put it now? It's a buttress that point again that says that the front is always bigger than the back by 2. Remember when I added this one now, I would say this one is equal to 4. When I added this one, I only added to the front, not to the back.
Yeah.
You understand? I'm adding 1 to the front. And I'm saying that in calculating, this 1 means I've added 4. But in the real sense, what I added is just 2. Because it's only to the front, 1, 1. Which means I'm proving now the fact that I said front is always bigger than the back by 2.
So that means you've added extra.
Just 2. Do you understand? Now let's do another example. Now we have busts. Like we have, let's say Kewe. Kewe came in with bust 38 and the hip 44. Leave out your waist, and like I said, you don't consider your waist in choosing your flat patterns. Not for the body, not for the skirt block. You understand?
Yeah.
So whatever your figure measurements are, in choosing your body block, you consider your bust measurements, and in choosing your skirt block, you consider your hip measurements. Now we have our bust as 38 and our hip as 42, and she wants to make a dress with a sleeve. When I say a dress, I mean both blouse, dresses, short sleeve, midi length dress, maxi length dresses, mini dresses, provided it's a dress or a blouse. Same look. You understand the way we started? We said tops and dresses are the same. The difference is this one is short while this is long. So whatever law govern for dresses also govern for tops. So they're going to make just a blouse for a client. That law you're going to consider in making a dress for that same client, where you need to consider for making a blouse for the same person. You understand? So now, if I have a bust 38 and a hip 42, what do I do? And I'm making a dress. So the first thing, when I say, Miss Esther, draft a pattern for say so and so, the first question I need you to ask me is it sleeve or sleeveless? Because that is what will make you know what law to take to apply. You understand? Because you cannot use measurements or laws for sleeve when you tend to make a sleeveless dress. No. And you cannot do vice versa. So the first thing I need you to ask is sleeve or sleeveless. When you ask that question, I will now show you the style or make you sketch the dress. or sketch it for you or show you a live picture of the dress. And then the next thing I need you to ask me again is what fabric. Because now when you're asking what fabric, you want to know is the fabric stretchy or not. If the fabric is stretchy, the laws too will alter. Yes. You understand? If the fabric is Ankara, the law remains the same. If it's Ankara, when I mean Ankara, as in not stretchy.
Yeah.
But once it is stretchy, there's an exception to the laws, irrespective of the fact whether the person is evil or odd figure. Do you understand? Now, when you ask for the fabric and I show you, you feel the elasticity of the fabric. You now know what to do. Then the next question I need to ask me now is the measurement. You know what am I trying to say? You need three things to draft a pattern. The style, whatever the style is coming from, whether drawn, sketched, photographed, screenshotted, or live dress or whatever, you need the style you're drafting, because pattern drafting enables you to sew exact. You can make exact copy of whatever you want to duplicate. What do I mean? When a client brings a dress for you now, with pattern drafting you can do exactly that dress as it is. Do you understand me? If you have a picture of a dress you like, if you are doing pattern drafting, you can draft and get exactly that dress as you are seeing it, except you now want to put your own alterations to make it different from the normal dress you are trying to get. You understand what I'm trying to say? So you need the outfit or the picture or whatever you are going to make, the picture of the sketch of the dress, the live dress, the screenshot dress, whatever. You need your measurements, and then you need your pattern. You understand? Your fabric sometimes determines the style you use it for. Your fabric sometimes determines the measurement or the law to apply, especially when it is stretchy or you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So you need to have these three things core in your mind when drafting for every and any model. Understood? Now that brings, okay, now let's calculate what we have. You said Kere came in for with a box 38 and hip 42. In calculating, 38 is even number, isn't it? So which means we are doing what? 38 for front and back for her.
Yeah.
Isn't it? For
Yes.
both. While for the hip will be, what is the next smaller size?
40.
40. Why is it 40?
Yeah, we reduced to
Minus 2.
Yeah.
The next smaller size. And then you do what?
you add 1, which is 4.
Which is 4. So now, what is the calculation? That is for front or for back?
For front,
For front. Why for back? What do you do?
we keep it same.
The same. Which will give you what? The same 40. So you have 44 plus 40. To give you
That's
what?
84
84 divided by 2.
divided by
What do you have?
42.
Is it exact Kere's hip size?
Yes.
Question so far? Any questions so far? Please remind me, any day we're going to do this, let me be a fine girl that day in class.
You need to tell us.
It's every day we're having class, Leo. Now we'll be having videos to upload.
Okay.
We might not upload immediately, we may upload immediately, never can tell. But let us be fine girls so that when there's, we don't know if the videos are going to. So I will still be fine girl. Now only her is fine girl in class. This, she's married, she's even pregnant.
Let me borrow you, Dewi.
She's pregnant, but me, I'm still single and sad. Although with 2 children.
Single with 2 children.
Forget the ring you are seeing.
Don't worry, you don't even need to talk.
Okay. That is for even numbers. Understood? And that is for even numbers with sleeves. Now, how about even numbers for sleeveless? even numbers with sleeveless. Now for outfit, for garments that are okay, no. When drafting patterns for sleeveless dresses, right? When drafting patterns for sleeveless dresses with even measurement, use your next smaller size for the busts. Use the next smaller size for your bust measurement, of your bust measurement. Now, can we explain that? Next smaller size. Now, for next smaller size, we mean -2, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, why would you want to make a dress for somebody of bust 40? You now reduce it 38. You enter the person. That's the question you ask yourself, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, I'm telling you now that is what you should do. I don't expect you to do a bust 40 for a sleeveless dress person, somebody that has bust 40 again. In trying to choose your flat pattern size to use, you go next smaller size. That's because you don't want the person's arm and upper part here to be
Wide
open.
open.
If you use bust 40 and you draw, the body here will be open and you don't want to do that. You want a sheer by you make a dress, the person wears and is comfortable, everywhere is sleeveless part but then it's concealed. Do you understand? And as per whether it will enter, yes, it will enter the person as long as there is no sleeve. That's the clause to that. If there's going to be a sleeve, then you can't use that size. You understand? So for sleeveless, we said what? Use next smaller size, isn't it?
Yes.
Whether the person is even or not, too. Okay, let me not confuse you. Talking about even, Abi. Talking about sleeveless, Abi. You say use next smaller size. So which means for bust 40, you use what? Bust 38. For bust 36, you use what? Bust 34. For bust 50, you use 48. Just minus 2, minus 2, minus 2. And that is that for your even numbers, sleeve and sleeveless. Now for odd numbers, sleeved. For sleeved odd numbers now. Are you there? Now, look at it this way. This is this is odd number first of all, and it has sleeve. When I say odd number, let's say bust 41, Abi, and now there is a sleeve to it. Now the law says use this principle of +1 - 1. It's a principle. +1 - 1. Write it down. Use the principle of +1 - 1. Now, what do I mean about +1 - 1? For the front, +1. For the back, -1. And also remember we said the front is bigger than the back by 2. Are you getting me? You see that I'm bringing all the laws and I'm applying them in each of these contexts. You understand? So now, Enya came to the fashion studio with a bust 41 and she wants to make sleeve dresses. She wants to make a sleeve dress. She is odd number. Now I'm saying when you want to pick a flat pattern to draft her pattern. Now what I expect you to do is you pick for front, you pick 42, and for back you pick 40.
She sent that.
So what?
She said.
I'm using the phone. Which part is this? This is it now. Yes now. What's your question? See what I will advise you to do. Start from the center. This is the center.
This is the center.
And do that. Do that. spacing is equal, like I said. No wahala. Do you understand? So plus 1 to 41 is 42.
Yeah.
Minus 1 to 41 is 40.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And that's because you don't have a flat pattern size that is odd number.
You saw it that.
You understand?
Yes.
You cannot tell your client that comes in with odd number figure, sister, please go, I can also dress for you. You have to find a way where there seems to be no way. So this is the way to cater for people with odd number measurements. Plus 1 minus 1 principle is applied. You understand?
Yeah.
And now let's calculate it. Plus 1 minus 1, so 42 plus 40 will give you what? 82. Divide by 2, what do you get? 41. Is that the bust? That's the bust. When you say divide by 2, mean the 2 there is front and back.
Front and back,
You
yeah.
understand? Do you understand this? Do you understand? And now she comes in with hip 45.
Right.
That's another odd number.
Yeah.
Now what do you do to this one? For hip measurements that are odd numbers, right? For hip measurements that are odd numbers,
You make it.
use next two smaller sizes. Use next two smaller sizes. Plus 1/4 in front. In front. And same next two smaller size plus quarter at the back. And the same next two smaller size plus quarter at the back. Can we explain that? Now what I'm saying here is she came in with the 45. I want to make a dress, and when you're dealing with the lower part, you deal with the hip measurement as your focal point, isn't it? Now 45, what do I do? We said next to smaller size. What's the next to smaller size to 45 going to? Next to
45 minus 4. 41.
41, isn't it? Now, when you say 41, do you have 41 flat pattern? Good. Now, 41, what you did in 40, what you did there is you minus 4, isn't it? But now, let me tell you what to do. You will not minus 4. What is the next smaller size to 45?
The next one,
Yes,
44.
so what is the next smaller size of 44?
43.
42. Minus 2, minus 2.
No, we said what is the next smaller
The
size?
next smaller size of 44.
Okay, it's
45 and
44.
me is 44. That's what you
The
get
next
now.
one is
Then the
42.
next one is 42. So that is your next two smaller sizes. So, but then even if you minus 4, because you are doing 2, 2, that's 4.
So
Just
you have
add
to-
1 to it.
You have to do the principle, the
Plus one.
plus one principle.
You understand?
Yes.
Because you don't have 41 size, so plus 1. You understand? So now, if I want to get her pattern, I will do 42 plus 1/4 in front, and then 42 plus quarter at the back. And our mathematics before says whenever we add 1/4 is equal to 5. You remember? However, you add quarter is equal to 1. Which means 42 plus 5 in front, 42 plus 1 at the back, which will give us 47 plus 43, which will give you what? 90. Divided by 2, 45. Ask a question. Do you understand? Do you understand? Ask a question.
this implies to
Measurement is
go.
not, the video is not showing the
I said this implies to both dress and blouse. It's a general pattern practice.
general.
But I'm looking at if I want to draft like a blouse. Okay, we've already said the bust, what to do with the bust.
Any other question? You understand? So that what we did now is for what? Odd
Odd
numbers,
numbers
for
for sleeves.
for sleeves. So odd numbers for sleeveless. Now we have a figure that is odd number, and you want to do sleeveless dress. Now, what was our first law? For sleeveless, it says use next smaller size, right? Good. Use next smaller size.
Same thing.
Yes. Use next smaller size plus 1 minus 1 in front and back. That's not it. You know that I like plus 1 minus 1. Because now, our next smaller size, because it's a sleeveless dress, this smaller size here is 35, isn't it? And 35 is another odd number. And now the law for odd number says use the principle of plus 1 minus 1. So plus 1 minus 1 of 35 is 36, 34. That's front and back. Add up together, you get 35. You get 70 divided by 2 is 35. You understand? So now for 37, now next smaller size will be 35. Now plus 1 minus 1 will be 36, 34 to give you 70 divided by 2, 35. Any question?
So why 34?
Which 34? Plus 1 minus 1
Okay,
now
okay,
to
okay.
35.
Yeah.
No, you're not using 37 again. You're using the next smaller size
Yeah.
number. That is the number you're holding, you're
Yes,
working
but
with.
for the back,
For the back,
same, just minus 1.
minus 1. So for the front, you're using plus 1. For the back, you're using minus 1. So when you want to pick your flat pattern size, you're going to look for 36 for front and 34 for back. Do you understand? That is it. For hip, the same thing. Plus 1, double, two, next 2 smaller sizes, plus 1 1/4 and then 1/4.
But when we do it, we are not going to get the exact.
You're not using exact for sleeveless, remember?
Yeah.
For sleeveless at all, you are always
Okay.
going with next smaller size. Like I explained, you don't want to open the body.
That
You
means
understand?
the same principle goes for the sleeve measure.
Yeah, this is what we said
The
now.
sleeve and the sleeve
Next smaller size, that is general.
upper part. Now you
Yes.
said hip. You said with this
It's the same thing. It's hip is hip. We don't need all of it for the beginning. All of it is from here. 45. Any other question? For clarity's sake? So now class work. Class work. Determine the flat pattern sizes for the following. Sleeve. As in you do sleeve and sleeveless for these figures. You understand? One plus 32 hip.
That's for sleeves.
Both of them, you're doing both of them. 38.
Hip is what?
38. It's 38. Plus 34 hip. 47. Sorry, 37. Number 3, bust 38, hip 52.
38, 52.
Yes. It's just classwork. Bust 47, hip 54. Number 5, bust 45, hip 53. Number 6, then we can stop here. Bust 40 and hip 48. So you determine the size, the flat pattern size of sleeve and sleeveless of this. And I want to see your working. I don't want to just your hand. I want to see your working. How you divide, what you are adding and what you are getting. Thank you. You can pause the video now.